Hey there, Dango Stu here. Today's video is about spending a couple of days with Adrian, learning more about Detroit diesels, and is proudly sponsored by MarineEngine.com. This all started when Adrian texted me saying he's starting a fresh rebuild on a Detroit diesel 6V92, I think it is. I actually didn't realise you got 692s. I thought it was only the 892s, so learned something already. I also have this problem with my 471 where it's spitting a bit of oil out the airbox drains, which it shouldn't really do as a freshly rebuilt motor. A little bit of oil out the exhaust even. So we started out heading up to Adrian's yard to have a look up there, and then he came and met me on Renko and we started doing some diagnosis there as well. When I got to Adrian's yard, it's a bit like arriving at a Detroit theme park or something. Detroit's everywhere. What was also a real coincidence was that you remember when I did the video on the dry exhaust versus wet exhaust, that the old Navy boat, the Chief, was blowing a lot of smoke. That boat's since been sold, and the new owner was there, and he had the engine out. And once they looked at it, it had a cracked head, few problems with it. So they decided in the end to actually just do an engine swap, which meant taking a lot of the ancillary devices, the coolers, all that kind of stuff for the boat, and transferring it to the new engine. While we're there, I also got to have a look at Adrian's Ford F350 that he is putting, I believe, Detroit 453 into as a bit of a fun project. It's a work in progress. I don't think he's any huge rush to finish it, but it does look pretty cool. I can't wait to see it finish and up and running.
It's got sort of 13-speed road ranger behind it.
Okay.
So out of a truck.
Out of a truck, yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. So, 13 speed set for drag racing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got engine. I've got Jacobs and everything for it too, so it'll make all the right noises.
Thanks.
Yeah, they all
Yeah. Gold. That's pretty cool.
As a part of the rebuild for the 692, Adrian was putting a service kit through the water pump. It was very different to my water pump, so it was quite cool to see that too.
It's just little starting to pit in there.
Yeah.
So it was on its way, that's just rust from sitting around since I pulled it apart.
Right.
But a few other there was a couple of...
So they're two races that just press in end to end, are they?
Yeah, they just end to end, and
Yeah, right.
And then, so that's the idler gear.
And that's an idler for the timing set, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So if it's left or right, they end up on different sides of the block.
Okay, yep.
So
depending on the rotation of it.
Yeah, so right end rotation ends up back at the engine on this side.
Yep.
So if it's left hand, it'll be over there.
Over there, right.
You just got to redowel. See the holes plugged?
Yep.
The oil feed?
Oh, okay, yep.
So you drill the brass plug out.
Yep.
Put the brass
dowel it, plug it there.
Yeah. And then you've made left hand rotation.
Yeah, interesting. And camshafts different?
Camshafts are different, yeah. They run back to front.
So this water pump
Is off the 6V92.
right, and it's a fresh water, like a cooler pump.
Yeah, cooler pump. So yeah.
So mine looked quite disposable. It was just
They do look disposable, but then
it's much smaller than that. It just seemed like a real...
Yeah, it is only like it looks like a little hair dryer. Yeah. So this is quite a lot more.
And
the little one passes quite a lot of water considering its size.
Yeah.
But that similar water pump runs on a 371, a 671, and a 471.
No, okay.
So, but there is a high and low capacity.
Right. Okay.
So, I think yours had a larger capacity pump on it. That's the kit. So you get everything in the kit. All you pretty much use is the housing and the front cover. Cable tie?
It's alright, yeah.
Let's like get all the seals, new circlip, seal.
Oh, like a mechanical seal, isn't
Yep,
it? Yeah.
the mechanical seal, new bearings, and new shaft.
Yep.
And a new impeller. So pretty much all you're keeping is that.
Did I hear you say before you've got a bit of a caustic bath somewhere?
And I'll stick that in there, I'll clean all the paint up, get all the nasty. It'll take your breath away. There we go now. It's a shocker to get out.
Yeah.
Like it's only
in the middle.
It's only thin too, like so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, like one guy, I mean, maybe it was the way, but when I was trying to get the gearbox off mine, people were like, oh, why don't you just unbolt the vibration, you know, the damper plate? And I go, well, but there's an inspection port this big, the damper plate's there, so I can get to one, and the engine sees, so I can't rotate the next one.
Yeah.
And but they don't really think it all through. It's just, oh, you're just an idiot. Like,
Yeah,
not,
that's right.
But you go, well, do you think if I'd realised I could rotate it, I would have
Yeah.
got one at a time, you know?
Actually, there's another engine over there on a pallet, which is that one there's replacing. It was seized as well, and this had an Allison automatic behind it. So same thing, can't turn it to get
all the
bolts. So we had to jack all the pistons out, and drive them out with a sledgehammer, and then we were able to turn the crankshaft.
Right.
And
then you could get to the yeah.
So yeah. It's just a little tin air. It's quite. The later ones are plastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a epoxy plastic cover, which they do fail. They get cracks through them and then they start.
So is this
That's
just
a
all
steel-
puller?
Yeah, just so you can just put a bolt in there and just pick it up.
give
Yeah.
it
That's get that undone. There is a tool to pull that off. You don't actually really need it.
More female threads there, yeah.
Yeah, but you turn it upside down now. There's a circlip in the back here. There he is there. There's the
Oh, yeah, yep.
circlip in there. Pop him out. That'll stay.
Stay captivated in there, yeah.
Turn him over. Got the bike yours 500 times. Wonderful things. But conrod nut. Put a conrod nut on there, and just give it a bump, and that'll start knocking the shaft out. This pops off.
Yeah.
Because if you use the stainless nut, it just collapses over because it's just a soft Orlock nut, and then it gets caught on the thread.
Yeah, right, gotcha.
Just
Shy, flush, yeah.
Yep. Broken wheel stub, which is a really handy short drift.
Nothing you can't fix with a big hammer.
Bigger hammer. That's off there now. Until it comes off. So then there's your unitised seal. But you've got to put in with a tool.
That actually doesn't look too old. That looks like it's been...
Yeah. It doesn't look like it. We don't know how long it's been in.
That's it, yeah, you may as well do it all, of course, but
Plus it sat in a paddock for 12 years and never...
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bus sat in a paddock for 12 years, never fired a shot. So
Wow, yeah.
after they condemned it because it was burning oil and...
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing really goes wrong with them, like... It's just a scratching, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, nothing usually goes...
Yeah, pretty
They
solid.
do- It is. Occasionally they'll come loose if someone hasn't tightened the nut up properly,
Yeah.
and the impeller will spin, come loose, and you'll get overheating. But it's not very common. Like, it's not.
And it's like the cheap metal you see in cars where they just get eaten away with cavitation electrolysis or whatever, and they're...
They'll give you a new brass one every time. Like,
The brass or solid gold?
well, I don't know. We'll go and cash it in. See
what
pub,
happens.
yeah. Just drive that back. And then you're left with that.
And these are...
That's pressed into the gear.
Yep, and then they're just driven off the timing gear, like it's
Yeah, just driven off
straight
on the
yeah.
front corner here. There's a driven. There's the camshaft gear.
Yep.
Into the camshaft, and the water pump.
Just bolt on, driven
bolt
straight
in,
off it.
Straight
yeah.
off it. So no belts to worry
No
about.
belts to slip. Yeah.
That's pretty loose for most of them.
Yeah, right.
Usually they go bang.
Yeah, they load up for a while. Then
Yeah. You actually watch the gear go.
Oh, really? Wow.
Bang. Yeah. Diameter is different.
Ah, right.
So between the early one and the late one, there's a difference in the shaft.
So this was all one kit though. Seal, shaft, everything came as one kit. Yeah.
So if you've got an old one and it has a ceramic seal, you can't use the new seal on the old shaft.
Gotcha.
Won't
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
It will stay there for a couple of days. And the next thing you know,
Right.
the water will probably be leaking. You go, "Oh."
Just long enough to get it together. Great.
Yeah. So yeah. Give this a-
Yeah, it's not so bad when something's obviously not going to work before you finish the job. It's
It's only 3 hour difference in the shot.
right. Oh, wow. Okay.
Minimal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been caught. When they first did it, because there was no brochure.
Right. Yeah.
There's no thing in the book to say, oh, we've changed the shaft. There's,
Great. Yeah.
here we go, and yeah. Yeah, there's just 2 different sizes, of course.
Yep.
The back one's larger.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's always nice to have the original
Yeah.
copy.
I'm sure someone's done it. I haven't done it yet, I don't remember.
But the shaft diameter is the same.
Shaft diameter is the same, yes.
Right. So you could physically do it.
Yeah, you can physically do it. If you really wanted to practice, we can do that. we can have a practice mock up. Yeah. So I'll get that gear there to press that together.
Yep.
So that's an old 53 lower drive hub,
Oh, okay.
which works well.
Perfect. Yeah. You get a collection of that stuff, don't you? You just
It works really well.
Yeah.
There is a 2138954.
Of course there
This
is.
the equivalent to. It works really well. Just a bit of lube.
Drop of oil on it.
Make sure it's going to slip all right.
Yep.
Not much.
Yeah.
About half inch of beer, maybe. And there beautifully.
Nice. Oh, okay. Just protect the thread on the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
So new circlip.
Nice.
Must put on before the water pump.
Right.
Otherwise it doesn't happen.
No getting it in afterwards.
No. So we'll just
Rest there. Yep.
the rest there. The gear just goes on flush with the end of the shaft.
So it's not keyed. No Woodruff key.
No,
Nothing. Just.
verbally interference fit out there.
Yeah. Right. I guess being a centrifugal pump, there isn't that much resistance on it.
No, there's
Yeah.
not a lot of load on it.
Yeah.
Poke you in the eye there.
Yeah. The number of people that must have pressed those on without that.
Oh,
clip in.
Well, and I suppose I should say there's a leading edge which has to be
Right way up as well.
right way up as well. If you put
Yeah.
it on the other way, it doesn't lead in very well.
Yeah, right.
That's the seal tool to install the unitized seal, gets it to the correct depth,
Yep. Oh,
put it
okay.
in the housing.
Yep. Make sure it fits right.
Well, that was in there overnight, so it's pulled all the paint off.
Yeah. That was a good job, isn't it?
Yeah, it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah. Bit pungent.
Given the water pump had now gone as far as it could go until the casings come out of the caustic bath, he started doing up the oil pump for it. Once again, interesting to see, although being a Detroit engine, it's a very different style of oil pump to my engine as well.
Yeah, well, this is the pickup. It goes onto here,
Yep. Yep.
and yeah, that goes on the front end of the block.
Yep.
This is probably going to sit for probably a month before he even starts moving the bus around. Like, I'll start it before it goes,
Yeah.
but oil tends to disappear when you oil something up now. It'll run out, or
Yeah, right, yep.
at least it sticks around for a bit longer.
Oh, totally, yeah.
The oil pump doesn't need to be primed and
Okay.
filled with grease. They will pick up
The
without
new
it.
Ford Rangers, apparently, if you drain
I
them
know. You
too
drain
long,
the oil out of them, and
they won't, yeah.
you've got to fill the engine to the top
Yes, to get it
to
to...
get it to pick up. Yeah,
yeah.
like it's quite a.
Surely they didn't they must have been can't have been by, like, design. Do you reckon they didn't realise it
I think
until...
there's been a failure because the
Yeah.
newer ones now are okay.
Okay,
So
yeah.
they've done. I think
Yeah.
it must have been a valving in the
Yeah,
oil cooler or something.
something, check
in
valve or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of them were.
Because it's easy to do. Go, I'll drain the oil, I'll go walking off somewhere.
Yeah.
Go and have a cup of tea. Yeah.
I was going to do an oil change. I'll do that while I'm changing the fuel filter. That can drain.
Exactly, yeah.
Not with them. And oil pumps are handed too, left and right.
Okay, yep.
Rotation.
Right, yep.
So if this is a right-hand rotation one, so left-handed, it'll be just kicked around that way. Like the
Okay.
offset will be over here.
Oh, yeah, yep. So different housing, yeah.
Yep. And then sometimes, per se, the engine that's out there on the stand, that's got the sump's in the bottom. The oil pump's in the bottom, so
Yeah.
it's got scavenging like yours, both ends
Yeah,
of
mine's in the
sump.
bottom. Yeah.
And this housing is just a housing with nothing there.
No, okay, yeah.
And but that's to go in an 8-wheel Oshkosh.
Right, okay.
So yeah, so it's designed to go up, down, and
Yeah, different angles, yeah.
Yep. And they're quite like they're not. They do have big clearances. Like
Yeah.
it's like I think it's 12, 15,000. So
Okay.
like it's quite a lot.
Not
like
super tight, yeah.
Yeah, like I've only just given that a light rub with some emery cloth just to clean it up. There's no sort of great scratches or anything in it.
No, it's not like, I don't know, say at the top of a bore's travel where you get the ridge from
Yeah.
piston travel or something. You know, you can't really see where...
Even where the gears run.
It's running, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit there probably,
Yeah, tiny bit, yeah.
but that's it. Like it's quite,
I guess that's the difference, isn't it, between sitting in high pressure oil and
yeah.
rubbing.
They're shouldered, the bolts.
Yes, and is that what the cross hatching on the head indicates?
Yes, and because that's the locking mechanism, so it sort of stretches the bolt
Yep.
when your intention is to keep it.
So it's not a torque to yield like fail, replace new ones?
No.
Right, okay.
Just they're pretty. They can do a few miles. These ones.
Yeah.
Just move them down a bit. Just doing them evenly, just to
Yeah.
puts the button back in.
Keep it flat.
Yeah. Well, I usually just mark them wherever this is my white texture, just to know that I've done them.
Yep.
It's just
It's a great habit to get in, yeah.
Yeah,
for
it's just-
sure.
because sometimes you can wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Did I do it?" And at
Right.
least
Yeah.
I look under the front of the engine and I'm not sure I can get a torch and go, "Oh, yeah,
there's the
white,
paint.
white
Yeah,
texture. I've done
done.
them." Yep.
Yeah.
After this, I headed home, and the next day, Adrian was coming down to Rob's yard in Brooklyn, so I met him over there so we could jump on the boat and start having a look at my oil problem.
Just coming in to meet Adrian at Rob's oyster farm, or his, oyster shed anyway, and just keeping an eye on the depths. Gets as low as 0.5 below the keel. Interesting, I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'll get close, stay in the channel, give him a call, find out whether I'm likely to get in or not.
Adrian's here at the moment, squeezed into the engine bay. Hey, Adrian. And we're just trying to figure out whether maybe we've got too much oil in the sump here. So we're trying to figure out what type of oil pan we've got, what angle the engine's at, where the oil's sitting, maybe suck a little bit out. Is it fitting or catching?
Yeah, it doesn't want to go down the next, goes through into the tube and doesn't want to go to the next
past the next level. I think that they only gave you two, a thicker one than that one. Unfortunately, even the thinnest tube that came with the oil pump was too thick to fit through the dipstick, so we ended up having to come up with a plan B.
Stay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's some oil in there.
Yeah, right.
I'll pop the other back cover off. It's not stupidly wet. This piston's in a bit better spot.
Yeah, right, to see the rings.
Yeah, you can see the compression ring on this one.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Look at that
I might
poke.
get a little...
Yeah, you're right. You got that screwdriver there or not? Did I steal it off?
No, no, it's up there. There it is. It's just...
You can actually poke the ring.
Yeah, make sure it's not stuck.
Yeah, which it's not.
Yeah.
It's moving nicely.
Cool.
And I can't see any great marks in the ball where it's...
Scoring it or...
Yeah. There's a lot of oil around the liner. It's quite wet around the liner.
Okay. Shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be. Oil a little bit, but not... It's more of a dry oily mist.
Right, yep.
Okay, well that one's been firing down beside the piston. See that? See the soot?
Yeah, right. On the outside.
Yeah, see that soot mark? Right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
No, that's stuck. Well, there's something not right. That one's all right. Oh, I can't move it, so it's stuck in.
Yeah, right. Problemo.
There has been, there's a water trail there to that one too. See that? See the rust mark running down around the back of it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, right, yeah.
I think they've all got it. Let's look a bit further. I don't mean to break your heart.
No, I
do
know.
love you, Stu.
I know, mate.
It's not a brotherly love.
It's a great moment after, be alright if it was before a rebuild. You go, oh, well, it's time to get it rebuilt, but...
I'm sure we can sort it without too much drama. Like, it wouldn't mean a matter of new pistons and liners, it would probably just mean some rings maybe.
Yeah, right. Getting it up high enough to get them out.
Yeah, which...
I should ask them whether the rings went in from the bottom or the top, or the pistons went in from the bottom or the top.
Yeah, because it's quite detrimental if they don't.
Yeah, go in from the bottom.
That piston there looks, it's not too oily around the sides of it.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, it's...
Very different, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's, which is what I would be looking for.
Engine with 20 hours on it.
Yeah. You'll always see some oil, but that's pretty good. And the water seems to be stopped.
Right. So it's on those two, but not that one.
Yeah. It's around this front one, sort of more running around this number 3 cylinder. See, running back across to you.
Right, okay.
Maybe pinched a liner, like an O-ring on the top of the block.
Right, okay. On the head, when the head went on.
Yeah, and it's maybe tracking across.
You on that?
Yeah, why not?
Looks better too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's... It does look not covered in oil, which is pretty good.
So more issue with the back two.
Let's head towards getting some of the oil out of the sump first, because this is where the high point is.
Ah, good point. Yes, it's the lowest point of the engine, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so, and make sure we're good with that.
Yeah, right, good thinking. Yeah, this is the point where the oil's the highest.
So make sure we get that down a bit, and then give it a run.
Yeah,
Give it a
okay.
good razzing,
Yeah, give it the beans for a bit and...
see what we come up with. A bit of a oil track. Where is it? Oh, it's just weeping from under the head.
Yeah, right.
But that's okay. All right, well, we'll put the covers back on and...
I'll get myself a thinner hose for the suction pump.
Yeah. Hang on. Got some Allen keys, maybe.
Oh yeah, you've got Allen keys, yep.
Maybe
Okay, yep.
we can always just drain.
It's quite a busy day on the river, but not too much traffic. Alright, what are we looking for? Metrics likely to do or not?
Probably not.
Alright,
Give it a go.
take those for a second. I'll pop them there. I don't know if I have
There
Imperial.
into the sump.
Can't get the curve on it we need.
The best thing with these is stick a bit of wire up them.
Yeah, right.
It's like a bit of fencing wire.
Bend it and then it'll give you the curve you need. That's a good tip.
See, we might be able to... It might hit the crankshaft and something just went downwards.
Okay,
Give it a go.
give it a pump.
Give it a suck, see what happens.
Suck it and see.
Yep.
You've got to be lucky sometimes. So I think this is a 6-litre pump. So middle's 3, so a bit below that line will be 1. Yeah, they don't pump too fast, do they? But gotta say, they're bloody handy.
It looks like taking a litre of oil out of my Detroit has made a huge difference. It sounds smoother, it revs higher, revs more freely. Also, what we noticed is, although I've yet to really wipe up all the oil and confirm how much oil's coming out of the airbox drains, etc., what I did notice is that when Adrian came down last time to just see how it was going during its run-in period, we really sort of gave it the beans, and it was blowing a bit of smoke. Not a lot, but definitely blowing a bit of smoke out the exhaust. And now, at full throttle, almost 1800 RPM, no smoke at all. So I really think that was a cause of one of my problems. Now, obviously, the trick for me is to cut that aftermarket dipstick to length and know that's the amount I want to put in from now on. All right, well, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll catch you soon. See ya.
Unfortunately, Dotty doesn't seem to be well. You've got ants eating your food now, haven't you? She doesn't seem to have lost her appetite, but she's not very mobile. Gonna take her to the vet on Wednesday. Got a booking for her. But something's definitely up with her, unfortunately. Not the most uplifting D squad update, but we'll look after the best we can.